Yet another exclusive for Watersports World, the 1994 Speed Ski Challenge, coming to you from Penarth, Wales Waterski Club, courtesy of Welsh Brewers. Now, it seems quite fitting that the race is down here at Penarth, with the Penarth Grand Pier celebrating its centenary this year. Yes, it's actually 100 years old. And the Welsh waterfront seems to be causing quite a stir these days, with the Cardiff Bay Development Corporation building the largest ever waterfront development in Europe. All good for the area. And so too is the healthy sport of speed skiing, seen today at its very, very best. Now, it's been touch and go as to whether the race will actually get underway today, because it's been very rough conditions out here on Penarth Bay. We've already had 2 rounds of the Speed Ski Challenge, and there are leaders emerging. But as we go offshore for round 3 of the 1994 Speed Ski Challenge, let's take a closer look at the contenders. Currently leading Formula One in this championship is Kent-based Darren Kirtland, boat number 941, and Britain's #1 skier. The only title to elude him so far is the world #1 spot. Darren.
Well, we've got rest of races to do this year. We've got world titles again next year, and basically I've got a new team this year. Barry Larson driving with a couple of inboard boats, new observers, an old observer back in the seats today, and hopefully we'll work on winning the world titles next year again.
What about the conditions here at Penarth?
A little bit windy today. Hopefully by the time the race goes off, the conditions will calm down enough for everyone to have a good race.
Steve Robertson's come a long way for this race here today in Penarth, in fact all the way from Australia to ski behind a boat called No Mercy in Formula One number 222. Why, Steve?
Oh, well, I come in Europe each winter. I try, because the training over here is so much better than at home. The water conditions are very rough, and they're constantly rough every weekend, and like the competition in Europe's just unbelievable. Like Darren Kirkland last week, I had a race and I skied the best I've skied in a long time, and he absolutely beat me like I wasn't even a competition at all. So, like, you know, the more I can race against the likes of Darren and Damon Eastwood and a few of the other guys, and the Italian guys, the better I can hopefully be at the next World Championships or the one after that.
Kevin Wood behind boat 777 Bad Boys is always a force to be reckoned with on the Welsh waters. They ski quite similarly to his home club of Whitstable in Kent, especially on a rough day. There's going to be a lot of that here today. So how well is Kevin skiing these days?
Probably as well as I've ever skied in my life, so you know, it's pretty good. We've had good results here the last couple of years. Had second last year and won the year before, so I quite like this water.
From the south of England and the Weymouth Club, and skiing behind Nigel Jones's old boat, who was the Formula 2 champion in the Speed Ski Challenge last year, boat number 70, is Richard Connock. They say he's been training really hard and is ready to start making his move on the leaders. Are you, Richard?
Yes, I've been training quite hard. I've still got a long way to go. I've had a couple of years out. Did very well in Formula 2 2 years ago. Just come back now. I've won a few races this season. Didn't have such a good time in Scotland. The boat was a little bit slow. It was very, very flat, fast water up there. But we're getting back in there now. It's very rough today, so we're hoping that we're going to go really well. It's ideal conditions for me. I like rough water. I'm feeling good. I just want to get out there and sort of see if we can do our best.
Nick Butler skiing behind boat number 4, both last season and this season, was a real force to be reckoned with. This season, up at Loch Earn Head, took a 2nd and an 8th place. What about your skiing this year, Nick?
It's been going all right. I've had a few problems with my ski at the start of the season. I've now changed it. I skied on it for the first time last week. We were going really well, skiing fast on the ski before, but I took a fall about 10 minutes before the end and somebody chopped my line, so we didn't do very well. But I'm skiing a lot better now on the new ski, so hopefully today it should go all right.
From Weymouth, and currently lying in 2nd place, just 25.71 points behind Mike Walters, is the defending Formula 3 champion Marcus Williams on boat number 53. Who's going to be the hottest on your heels this year? It was tight last year.
It was, yeah. I think it's actually Chris Cole this year. He's obviously coming through. He's a young skier, a bit younger than myself, and he really is going well.
Looking forward to a good race today?
We are, yes, yeah, we're fit and raring to go.
19-year-old Chris Cole from the Hunstanton Club, skiing behind boat 999. Chris, how similar is this to Hunstanton?
Well, today it's actually quite rough, so we should have some pretty good chances. It's how it is where we train at Hunstanton most of the time. So today we've got as good a chance as anybody of doing well.
And so, after quite a lengthy hold up here, the decision at Penarth is to race. The tide has literally turned in favour of the skiers, and conditions now quite reasonable. Time then to strap up against the ravages of almost an hour's battering, 200 feet behind the powerboat of your choice, at anything up to 100 miles per hour. And it's certainly not going to be flat. That's the wind state, and rough water props, I would suggest, the choice of the day. All aboard then, and some perhaps a little more reluctantly than others. And I wonder how aware the pillion was here when offered her Sunday afternoon drive. Bet she didn't even know he'd bought it. And they're all, the top three,